Here we go. This is the grocery shopping in my basement to get this new week rolling. Alrighty friends, hey look, we meal prepped. Some lunches, some broccoli as well. Are onion sets planted yet? No. Well, hi. What planet, what universe, where are we? We are No Makeup Mama. Welcome back to Large Family Meals of the Week, where we deal with life and stuff and things and feed a household of 10, sometimes to 15, all day, every day. It's Thanksgiving, 3 meals a day plus snacks, 90 meals a month, plus 60 snacks when I do that count, but on a Thanksgiving scale, 3 times a day. Okay, so, I'm 2 days back now. 2 days back from being in an emergency situation with an important friend, whole health crisis, whole big thing. Yesterday, me and my folks here, we just took a day, well let's see, okay, 2 days back. First day, we just did family things, okay. And then yesterday, we did like closets, we did spring cleaning. Today, so this is how I come back after a crisis. I give myself a couple days for re-entry. So today I'm doing things like, well, we're gonna get dinner. We're gonna get dinner out of the freezer. So, hey, freezer meals, even now as I'm recalibrating. The freezer meal freezer took a hit, and that's awesome, because that's what's supposed to happen. Are onion sets planted yet? No. Will that happen today? I mean, let's just talk about it 10 times and we'll see. I also have, oh, we should do some of this too. We got this butternut squash. We got things that can happen here. I'm excited about that butternut squash. So we're gonna eat, and we have food. Okay, low carb unstuffed pepper bake, check. We made that in March. And that's another one. I wanna do the unstuffed pepper bake, and I wanna do a meatloaf. It's Saturday. And hey look, I want to meal prep. Okay, that's some sweet potato that's meal prepped. That's some of that pepper steak. I'm going to pull that out too. Yes, okay. So we will do an unstuffed pepper casserole. And we got this, the lid's popping off, but this 10 by 15 meatloaf. And I'm gonna set out to defrost this pepper steak, which this will just be someone's lunch with something at some point over the next day or two, veggie wise. So I washed a giant sweet potato, and I'll do butternut squash. Just, again, take an inventory here. Woo, don't come sliding down on me. Yeah, they got into some of the hot dogs as one of the emergency meals while I was in and out. That was good. I got broccoli. I'm just thinking here. I like to have green things too that are cooked. No. Which way I want to go here? I think I'll just do broccoli too. That's good. Okay. So here's how the freezer is looking. Things were here, things were used. There's the breakfast sandwiches dwindling, fruit and veggies, some more breakfast sandwiches. Still got a decent supply, but we'll need to refill those. And then over here, so our meatloaf that's going up, our unstuffed pepper casserole, gonna get 3 butternut squash up, some broccoli, and that pepper steak. And then over here, in this freezer, so our muffins, remember we did 80 dozen, I don't know, I think we did 12 dozen or so muffins. So we have probably 4 dozen muffins left. The sandwiches have been being used. There's still some more of those defrosted. The soup doesn't need to be there, but anyway, we have soups continuing, and those are some meatloaf minis up there, but I think I will take up some of this unstuffed peppered soup just to defrost. Like it's Saturday, I might, or someone else might be eating that by Monday for a meal. And I do think we have 2 bags of muffins upstairs still. And then those are our peppers we still need to use. All right, good friend, you're gonna be so proud of me. Iced coffee in hand, left contact is scratching me. But that's okay. I am breaking into this video because we are doing the thing. You have been watching me work hard and at least listen to me be super chatty about the fact that I have been working on expanding, adding more videos to, developing more resourceful printables, developing and expanding so much more my whole YouTube training to share with other women who want to get going on YouTube. Exactly how with my hard work and my hustle and my determination and all that I have learned with going on now 14 years of being an online entrepreneur, finally this Saturday, April 12th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, I am hosting a live free masterclass training event where you can join me as I teach my 5 successful keys to YouTube success and a ton of online business successful mama insight and inspiration, and also successful business mama key points that have worked not only for me but several other women entrepreneurs. So you can click the first link in the description below. I'll also have the link in the pinned comment and sign up for my free live training. I really appreciate all the support. I know I started working on expanding and revamping everything in fall 2024. And finally, hey, it's spring 2025. Just little by little, bit by bit, we get the things done. Maybe lumpy, maybe bumpy, may not match everybody else, but I still do it, and that's a big part of what I have going for me. So click the first link in the description below. Come join me live this Saturday for the free training. I'll be doing a Q&A at the end as well, plus teaching my 5 key point principles and so many other goodies. So I'll see you this Saturday. Yay. So during that emergency, things did not dwindle down to nothing, and using our system, we meal prepped, life happened. It definitely was a blessing to not have to worry about food. I did at one point order, what did I order for them? I think milk, white milk, chocolate milk, a few like extra treat snackies just because we were all doing a lot. And I think I like ice cream. You know, I'm good for ordering ice cream when needed. Just a few little like odds and ends requests to make things a little nicer, and all the main food was here. And then pork and chicken. So last night we did our last 2 packs of drumsticks from Aldi I had picked up, but I still have leg quarters here. I still have a salmon, and I still have leg quarters here. We have our sausages, more leg quarters. I'm gonna bring that bag of sausage up. We have still that deal on the Hebrew National hot dogs I got at Sharp Shopper. I like for things to stay together when they can. And I have had, again, young adults here operating in and out of mama's freezers. So they used a whole bag of Costco chicken breast, and this feels like there might be 2 pounds left in it in a 10-pound bag. So they used a lot of that. They did several nights of sheet pan chicken as well, along with other things we had prepped and ready. And so I think I'm just gonna pull some sausage for them, and then we have these. I think they used 2 more packs of those at some point. So anyway, it was a good drill. This is how things are looking. So beef freezer, we're doing the thing. We're using the full cow, you know, things are dwindling in all the right ways. I would say these are 2-pound rolls. Rough math. I mean, I have at least 50 pounds of ground beef, if not 70. So nice on the ground beef, lots of bones to use. And then we have some organ meat, the tongues. You all told me to do tacos with that. Oh, I have 1 roast left. That's nice. So I might also bring that up. Again, we're just kind of meal planning for the coming days. I'll do that in a slow cooker in a few days. That sounds good. That'll be our last beef roast. I still get questions on why this farm-raised meat says not for sale. It's because I bought the whole cow and they butchered it and processed it and then held it for me, and I came to get it. So within all of their organizing, these cuts were not individually for sale because they were mine, and that's part of why it has that sticker. So, doing things. And with the hospital emergency and all that went in with that, I have not run now in several weeks, and I'm going to do that today. Walk in, big run. Gonna work on my April work calendar and things I need to get done with that. I also have a live event tonight with my private paid membership community. And as I say, today is it's day 4 being home. I came home late Wednesday. Had all day Thursday, all day Friday. So again, re-entry. Tomorrow we're gonna go to church and then go to a local arcade. And that'll be nice. And then Monday it's kind of like back in action. And I will take the onion set back upstairs. If I could get those planted at some point this week, that would be great. Here we go. This is the grocery shopping in my basement to get this new week rolling. And I also, we are still, again, pulling countertops and life together, but here's another giant sweet potato. Just poured some olive oil on it. 4 other potatoes that needed used, and I'm currently murdering a white sweet potato. But that one was pretty big too. I cut off some bad pieces. I'm trying to cut it to still fit it into the slow cooker as well. Okay, it's questionable. I don't know if white sweet potatoes, when they're cut, if they will turn black like other potatoes, if they have different enzymes in them, how that works. And this won't totally sit secure, but usually in about 2 hours or so, when I throw potatoes in a slow cooker, especially on high, they're softened and cooked through. So I'm just gonna let this roll, and I'm puttering. It feels so nice to be puttering in my kitchen. And actually I was just looking at my calendar, and I don't think I even did a March calendar. So that's what March was, but we're gonna do an April calendar. And also meal prepping for the coming week. I ran back down to get the sausage. We only had 1 egg left upstairs, so that was the other thing. I ordered a couple boxes of eggs to go along with the milk while I was gone. So anyway, brought up another box of eggs. They have this sausage. We got this earlier in March at Costco. You know what? You guys didn't see my Aldi grocery haul. My Aldi grocery haul's over in my private paid membership community. Anyway, I went to Aldi with, out of that $1,500 grocery budget, I think I spent just under $100, and I got some meat fill-ins in March. Hello, chicken things. So anyway, we'll defrost this chicken, and then in the coming days, we'll also do this roast. And so, hey, look, we're meal prepping. It's a random bag of green tea. That was just the wrapper. Anyway, we have the meatloaf, unstuffed pepper casserole for this weekend, plus veggies. And then maybe Monday, beef roast. Tuesday, maybe we'll do sheet pan leg quarters. But barely thinking, barely pulling it together, but still meal prepping. That's my brand. Okay, so this will just sit in here for a day or two. This was the last of the lunch meat from downstairs. I set this out a few days ago. There's our soup and this pepper steak defrosting too. And we still have some more of the cheese that we sliced left. And these are bags of shredded chicken from Sharp Shopper too. We got Mama's mismatched colors walking. We got our birthday Jeep. You driving? You got your shovel action? Show me how you drive it. Ready, set, go. Okay, woo! Birthday Jeep. Nice. But anyway, I'm gonna get out here, get some steps in, hopefully get a run in, and go from there on Mama's to-do list. You all will be super proud. Happy Saturday. 6:25. I've got in about 17,500 steps so far. That broccoli has been hanging out on the stove while I got a few things done. Got our unstuffed pepper bake, using up those peppers. And that meatloaf. I need to take the meatloaf's temperature because that was raw. I have just willy-nilly cooked these. I threw them both in the oven at about 425 for a bit while I've gotten some computer work going this afternoon. And I will say, I put on running pants this morning. My kids were in shorts all day outside. I wish I would have had shorts on. So, yay. Happy we're gonna make it. Spring is here. We made it through winter. We got this bingo card that we have, but we're still making it through. I'm not making this too complicated, because I do have a live event with my membership community here soon, in about 30 minutes. I'm so thankful on the tail end of recouping from that 15 days away of in and out unexpected hospital emergency that I still come home and we've got some semblance of freezer meals to help us recoup. Now this unstuffed pepper casserole, I ended up adapting it and making it dairy-free. So, I mean, the topping, it needs melted provolone all over it, but haha, dairy-free adaptation. So in dairy-free land, we don't get to cover everything with cheese. It is delicious though. It is cauliflower rice, it is farm-raised, grass-fed beef, it is those organic peppers, and I'm pretty sure some tomato sauce. So definitely will be delicious, like a non-liquid version of the stuffed peppered soup that I like to make in a casserole style. But again, the original recipe over on largefromthetable.com has cheese, might even be sprinkled throughout it, and cheese on the top. So if you are doing provolone slices, go to town with it, and then it'll be a beautiful display. And there's Reality dairy-free display. Here is my giant 10 by 15 meatloaf. I did just get a spoon for that. I think that'll be okay. We'll scoop it. It'll be fine. It's good, it's good. And I'm going to move the foil, and then we'll set broccoli, and the sweet potatoes are done too. I just put those down on low about 2 hours ago. These the white sweet potatoes were not done. The giant sweet potato under there, I mean, that's super soft. And then these potatoes that needed used up this is the white sweet potato. I still don't feel like that is done. Anyway, I might just remove that and maybe throw that back in by itself. We'll probably do that. And in my broccoli, I'm just gonna throw some coconut oil in there. This was, I think, 4 pounds of broccoli. So my family folks, those who will want to, they'll add butter to it. I'm just gonna put some Redmond salt and coconut oil in it and call it good for now. I could do some avocado oil in it too. There's really no taste with that, but it's another good cooking fat. And for now, we will just again, remove the questionable white sweet potato. I have white, purple, and orange. We're gonna put that back in. It just didn't cook well. Being on the top, too much pressure for it. These regular potatoes. Some will grab these and do them with some butter, probably some sour cream. And don't be scared, I'm going to deconstruct the giant sweet potato. We'll probably use this, but there it is, the giant sweet potato. It's just gonna, no reason for the skin, because we will eat all the good insides. I mean, if this was not, you know, the world's third largest sweet potato, smaller sweet potatoes can stay in their jackets, but when they get to be giant, it's just easiest to take them, scoop them out like this. And then my sweet potato folks will add butter or coconut oil or whatever toppings they would like. Okay, so that is that. I'm gonna actually not add coconut oil to this because I have someone who likes sweet potatoes but doesn't like to do coconut oil. So it's just going to be, hey, sweet potato mash for those who would like sweet potatoes. And then we will have potatoes for those who would like regular homegrown garden potatoes. We will add these. Alrighty, so this is a large family dinner for 9 tonight. We should hopefully have some leftovers for some lunches, some broccoli as well, some sweet potato mash, some potatoes, and choices. I probably have some fruit to set out. Let me see what I have. Tis grocery time of the month because it's, I mean, we have some odds and ends fruit, but like these are the blueberries that are left. Just time to go again. Happy Sunday lunchtime. Burger King is feeding us before we go to the arcade. Okay, here's half the meal going down. We got 2 low-carb ones that they're still making. Alrighty, so $89.79 large family lunch out. Okay, we got some chicken fries, bacon burger, big burger going down, fries being added, gourmet. Okay. Give me 100 napkins. Serious? Okay, I was wrong. It was 2 double Whopper situations with buns. We got the ones without buns. Got to keep all our buns straight around here. And then this is what I get. So it's a double Whopper. I said no cheese, so low carb, no mayo. And then we have a variety of other meals happening. We got 1 Whopper Jr., no bun, and then this is how my Whopper Jr. with no bun. I can probably shove most of the toppings in between 2 burger patties and use the patties like the bread. That's how we figure ourselves out in this universe. Also have our little...
Dr. Pepper.
You're getting Dr. Pepper. What is this kitty's name? I forget.
Mango.
It's Mango. Mango has a little Burger King crown. Mango could live in a Burger King crown. That's a whole thing.
And Burger King.
Burger King. We got all our other little crowns. It's like all the nostalgia. So many times we just go to like the pizza buffet on Sunday if we're out and about. I feel like the pizza buffet is still in that $80 to $100 range. Anyway, the arcade is on this side of the city, but we're not eating at the arcade, which would be like $150 adventure. We're saving a few bucks and eating at Burger King first. Hi, happy Monday. Happy Monday. We are doing the things. I'm going to be on Lisa from Farmhouse on Boone. I'm going to be on her podcast this afternoon. And I have a big catch-up day and an event / activity out tonight with a teenager. And hold on here, I'm still here. I'm just looking for a pot to pull some of my water out. Anyway, doing the things. I got my list. You got your list? We all got our list. So just flying by the seat of my pants. Meal prep. I'm just gonna get some eggs boiling. No, the water's not boiling yet, but I will not be here babysitting. But I'm gonna go ahead and put the eggs in. So that's done. It'll all be okay. And we will go from there. All right. Well, I've been sitting, working on my laptop for a few hours, and I really want to go for a run and do all of those things, but I got some more work I got to get done. So I'm taking a 15-minute break. I've done some stretches, done 3 sets of 10 push-ups for the day. Here's my new favorite thing to do with my exercise ball. I've been doing this one for a couple months, but I'm trying to work it back into something I do a couple breaks every day. Okay, so I'm stretching. This is not really exercise advice, something I learned from my trainer friend that I've worked with. And again, I pick exercises and stretches and strength things based on my capacity. And I like working with this ball. So here's something I'm working on my routine in addition to push-ups to do these stretches as I can. Okay, too many words, that's okay. Alrighty, so just managed to do 20 of those, and now I go back to sit and work on my laptop for a bit. And as part of my break, I'm going to get another load of laundry going. We might have 2 more loads today, and then we'll be pretty much on top of, even though I was with a friend who was hospitalized 15 days, it really took about 3 weeks total with all of it. So anyway, everyone at home did well, shuffling laundry, doing laundry, but then at some point things got backed up, which it's all normal, it's all life. Good job, humans. So I think 2 more loads, 1 drying, 1 going, probably 2 more waiting. And then it'll be a big afternoon folding party, and then we'll be back where we need to be for the new week. Alrighty, and we need to sweep today. Hi, a couple hours later, saving my life. Some stuffed peppered soup from the freezer. I have to go get ready because I'm gonna be on Lisa's podcast here in about 30 minutes. So I'm gonna heat this up in the microwave while I get properly dressed. Which, since I have an evening activity out with a teenager anyway, Mama needs to get properly dressed. Doing it. Okay. I'm just gonna throw this in the microwave probably for 4 minutes, and it'll be 15 minutes or more before I get back to it. Thank you, Big Freezer Meals. And that's the stuffed peppered soup from over on largefamilytable.com, and I love it. Happy new day. It is Wednesday now. I was working on organizing and going through our big pantry room here. That was one of the projects that I was working through before my important friend got 15 days of hospitalization, and we had all that rodeo, and I'm still helping with some things currently, but they are out of the hospital. So all of that to say, working on the deep organizing that I wanted to do in my food room just hadn't hadn't been happening, but I do a few things when I come in here. And what it is, since my life has been active crisis, just a lot for going on 2 years now. Hold on, another random can of things I need to move. As we have unloaded groceries and non-perishable things into this room, and even, you know, working through canning supplies and such, it's just not as highly organized as it was in my past life, and I'll show you an example of that. Now I have my labels, and you know, it used to be that we would unload the laundry soap and it would go where the label would go. Trash bags are kind of close to the label, so all of this can get pulled back together. And once we get a mama going through here and cleaning, organizing, getting some things pulled back together, our system can truly be back in place where, you know, shampoo goes where the shampoo labels are. And I see some bags of shampoo from when I stocked up on shampoo and conditioner maybe a month ago now at Dollar Tree. I see some toothpaste thrown down there. But I feel like I'm to the point in life where I'm working on modifying, updating, and reconnecting again with the systems that serve me well. When there's a life crisis, everything can be detonated. Even what my important friend has gone through these last several weeks, and me being the support person advocate, they hopefully should be able to heal and recover and gain strength again and move forward. And that is all great. All that to say, I definitely need to do big stock up grocery shopping for the month of April for my household of 10. I'm hoping that that will be tomorrow. Today is going to be, again, because the dust is still settling from me being in and out so much for 15 days. So I brought you down here. I don't think there's any more fresh fruit in this house. Like the last of the blueberries have been done. Yeah, I think we're out. So because of that, and I've got, you know, like storage baskets in here I was going to work on organizing with. I started the first part of that video. We'll have to return. But anyway, I just wanted to get some canned fruit that'll go over the next few days, toddlers and such. And I see some pineapple slices here, so we'll take that. And see, we got the corned beef hash. I used to have this all like, you know, fruit and vegetables and everything, but we got some, okay, that's crushed pineapple. I'm going for some peaches. That will be nice. Whee! Just grabbing some things. Whee! And also rocking on my chair here, apparently. So many things to pull together. I thought I would get this food room deep organized in March. Hello April, hello unexpected bingo card. So my goal is to get this food room organized this spring. So that gives us what, until second week of June? So April, May, gives me about 10 weeks. And we will pick away on this. And this really just might be like 1 hour a week for 10 weeks. I'll film it for you guys and we'll get through it. Sorry, my battery died downstairs, but what I was telling you is that whole food room situation. I'm like, oh yes, I have butternut squashes. We'll have to do that tonight. We're gonna do prep ahead, cook ahead of the meat that we defrosted the other day and such too. But anyway, the whole food room was beyond my wildest dreams. I never thought that I would have this separate room in a basement that could be full of shelves and canned goods for when I run out of fresh fruits and vegetables, and it's gonna be another day or two until I get to the store and all of those good things. Here's what's left of the bananas. So we will, I mean, these have had some adventures. I will peel these, we will get them in a bag and they'll go for smoothies. Alrighty, so here's our little good morning canned fruit station. This is going for my preschooler plate. Other folks don't remember what canned fruit is, so that shows I need to work through, okay, life goals, work through using what I have canned fruit wise. It's probably 50 cans or so, various canned fruits, and of course replace with home canned fruit. So my plan is later today, we've had this meat that's defrosted. I'm gonna do the sheet pan chicken leg quarters, and we're gonna do that roast. We will eat it all. It may be picked away at in different ways over 2 to 3 days, but I'm gonna go ahead and just cook all that up. I also thought we could do some deviled eggs. This again, we serve Thanksgiving 3 meals a day here. Do some deviled eggs and... So, confessions of that hospital life. That romaine lettuce never got used. These peppers didn't get used. But I'm thinking I can... Okay, so we got carrots. I got 1 box of eggs. This I ordered while I was supporting my friend in the hospital for those weeks. I ordered 4 more boxes of eggs from the house. So things like that used up the last of the March grocery budget. But I'm thinking, hey, look, I meal prepped. I could also go ahead and batch cook these radishes and batch cook these Brussels sprouts. Again, these will be used throughout the week. No, not by all 10 humans here, but by several, 4 to 6 of us. And also, okay, so I can do the roast in a Dutch oven on top of radishes and carrots. And then we can sprinkle these Brussels sprouts along with those chicken leg quarters to do sheet pan veggies and chicken too. Alrighty, I've got a bag from Great Wolf Lodge in there. And these carrots, we can make these into carrot sticks today. There's some more snacking. These peppers I should be able to use in freezer cooking coming up. Bought those before I reminded myself that I had 5-gallon bags of peppers that we used in a lot of freezer cooking earlier in March from my friend's garden from 2022. And we do have 2 bags of those left. So that should be our freezer cooking peppers as we roll into April, so that's good. Alrighty, so this is good. This is good. Feel good about working through using these things today. And as I walked up here, I just got the question, Mommy, where's that pineapple? So I'm gonna do a pineapple refill. Oh, and we're rich again, the butternut squash. I'm getting another request. And then for my brunch situation, we had set out this pepper steak to defrost the other day, and it looks like someone got a serving out of there. So I'm gonna heat up the rest of that, and I'll probably have 2 eggs with it, and then I have a request for 2 eggs for someone else. And just because, hey, look, we meal prepped, I'm gonna go ahead and do the other 2 because someone somewhere will eat them. Okay, so that's one way to get tallow out of a jar. Don't recommend. No gold stars. Okay, so I got someone else on my pepper steak bowl train, so we reheated the pepper steak. That's what that looks like. We made that in our freezer cooking earlier in March, and then my idea was to just put 2 eggs on top of my pepper steak. I got a teenager interested, and so there we go. That's some brunch for 2 of us. And then also, hello Amazon, dropping gifts at our door. I have someone in my household here who wants to start working with juicing some. So I am not the juicing expert. However, we got the Juicing Bible just by going by Amazon reviews. It says 800,000 copies in print, and it was spiral bound, so thought that might be good. And then we got Juicing for Beginners. I'm always a sucker for a good cookbook and thoughts, so that is nice. And then this is the juicer that we ordered, and so yes, it doesn't have any words for me to read on. Oh, look, big feeding mouth. Juice pumice separation, easily detachable and clean. So we'll get going with this adventure too. And also, I just coming into the laundry room, noticed how disorganized our shelves are. You know, those are trash bags we stocked up on beginning of March. So just an example, of course we have open boxes of trash bags down here. My random almond butter I left when I shuffled laundry the other morning. So I'm gonna put a teen on getting this organized for us today. Now, we also will keep trash bags and napkins and toilet paper in the bathroom storage area in the downstairs room, but since we have this laundry room up here now, we keep a selection up here. And so a lot of different ways I could have organized this room. You know, some of the questions is why not a double washer and dryer? And yes, coulda, but I've also been thinking the past almost 2 years about resale, and people probably wouldn't care if it had double washer and dryer, but I just thought let's just make it normal, right? So anyway, I thought instead of a second washer and dryer, we would just have storage shelves. So again, I'll show you when it's done. I'm working on my list. I'm gonna put this on someone else's list for today. Alrighty, I got a fruit plate brought back with request for some more. So we will just continue this using up canned fruit party as well. I think this pineapple will be done now. And then I'm gonna get them a separate plate, but they also want the 2 eggs that are left. We cook those in our tallow that we did together. See if I can just use my big spoon here to multitask. And I think this afternoon, also our favorite local ice cream place opened. Yay, happy spring. So I think this afternoon, once everyone's done with their school and things, we will go get ice cream and go to a local park. And that park's by the water. It has a path you can walk along the river and stuff too. Yay. This might actually end up being 1.5 eggs, which is good. This is second breakfast, probably lunch at this point too. Pretty good. I will take out that little crispy bit. We'll go again.
With the sprinkles, and you can put in chocolate.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. All right, so we've got a blue slushie, we've got some cotton candy ice cream, we have some large Reese cup blizzards. Sorry, they were out of Snickers, those who requested Snickers, a large M&M blizzard. They have this ice cream called Little Blue Panda. This is an Oreo, well, we're calling it blizzard. I think they call it flurries here, but yay. Evening playground break, but the sun is shining.
Yeah.
You going down the slide?
Yeah, but it doesn't have some
The sunshine is so nice. And there's some water. There is some water right there. So nice. There's some vintage playground equipment. We have bigger playground equipment. And then we have a nice super vintage metal slide. So hey Jimro, how do you get walking in with a whole bunch of kids? So we were just at the park, and in 38 minutes I did a slow mile. I just kept walking laps around the playground and the slides, and it'll still add to our steps for today. And so far today we have 13,901 steps. It is 6:30. There is no dinner done, but meat's defrosted, and we have a plan. We're gonna go home and throw sheet pan chicken and vegetables in the oven for us. Alrighty, we are back from outer space. I'm gonna get this oven going. We're just gonna do some real simple sheet pan chicken stuff. Let's see. I will also probably throw the roast on some root veg, just several things. It's like either quick meal prep or not quick meal prep. I feel like now at almost 7, this is not quick meal prep. Parchment paper, I will go get some. So this is the chicken leg quarters I got at Aldi at some point in March before my important friend ended up in the hospital, I think like 2 days before. And again, the video for my Aldi shopping in March isn't on YouTube. It is in my private large family table community membership. and I did an Aldi haul, but this was $1.19 a pound. This was 5.62 pounds. So just saying, that's where the chicken came from. I did have someone bring me up some parchment paper to refill. You all told me to sprinkle it, so that's what we're doing. Gives us some kind of a base there. I have the Dutch oven that our roast will go in, and so again, dinner tonight plus dinner tomorrow, cooking ahead, or lunches or whatever else we need. So I just had someone help and peel down those bananas that need a bit of life. These will go in our freezer, and then folks will get them out for smoothies, or I will use them again in baking coming up. Okay, and I moved my rack to get this Lodge Dutch oven in. I also have somebody, my 10-year-old is unloading dishwashers, so that'll be good. And actually, this might be too many for this pot. We'll see. I just wanted to get a mix of carrots and radishes. Again, radishes, when you're watching carbs, watching many things, radishes are a great big potato. Now, I have times where I have sweet potatoes and potatoes, depending on, hey, let's talk about menstrual cycles, ladies. Depending on where I am in my cycle, based on what I have been learning from Dr. Mindy Peltz. So, anyway, when you're doing low carb and ketovore-ish or keto, radishes are great, just great baked potato options. Trim Healthy Mama, you know, all of them. Use some radishes. This is probably way too much. I'm just not even peeling my carrots. I don't care once they're roasted. And I've also heard from not a doctor, but she might as well be Coach Mama Fox. I think I've heard from her about even like these little fibers on the carrots sweeping out excess estrogen. I don't know, but let's just keep all the little fibers on there. And there we go, heavy on the bay leaves, won't hurt nothing. Alrighty friends, hey look, we meal prepped. We used up a bunch of that stuff we brought up today. So we will put the lid on there and hold on here, get this closed up. And that is good to go. Just gonna turn that up a little bit, and then we've got our chicken and our butternut squash going too. So we'll see that shortly. So just as simple as that, scooping them out. I'm hoping at some point here in the near future to have chickens again, and then I would totally just give them my butternut squash soup. Okay. It'll be as simple as that, and then those who want it we'll scoop it out. And then I've got some coconut oil here for those of us who do dairy-free options. Of course, we also have some olive oil and then butter. So just depends on who wants to have it which way. It's also good, just like a sweet potato with some cinnamon sprinkled on it. Depends on if you want to go kind of sweet or savory. I'll just leave that there. Alrighty, so I am pulling together what is left from our big dinner and massive meal prep for the coming days. I will not push that lid on there right at the moment. And so we had about two and a half butternut squashes left. So we got those all scooped out. And then in here we have radishes and carrots. Let's see. Pop the top. So yes, radishes and carrots, and then the beef broth that was made during that roast cooking. And then in here we have radishes and Brussels sprouts that are left. So it's, hey, look, we meal prepped. And then we have about 3/4 of that roast there left. And the chicken quarters, the chicken leg quarters is what, 1? We have 3.5 leg quarters left. That's it. So these will be done by lunchtime, and then we will roll into finishing the roast. Me and probably, let's see, well, 5 of us. 5 of us will work heavy on this butternut squash and these other veggies for sure. And then some of the other members of the household will have things like the carrots and some Brussels sprouts. Not everyone's a fan of the radishes or the butternut squash, but that's okay. Even meal prepping vegetables for 5 people, right? That's like normal people math. It's a lot, even doing it for 5. I'll just get all my little lids on here, and then I'm gonna go outside. It's got about 15,000 steps. I'd like to hit 20 before the day is done. And then tomorrow will be a busy day. I have an early appointment out, and then we are gonna hit all the stores for some other videos, doing Sharp Shopper. I just saw one of my local friends tonight. She was at Sharp Shopper today, and they had uncured bacon. Like, yeah, uncured, nitrate-free. Was it uncured? Looked like it had the similar amount of small ingredients as that Whole30 approved bacon that I get at Walmart. And then they also have a very clean roast beef right now at Sharp Shopper. So that's what I say. Some people get on me saying that Sharp Shopper only has junk food. And I'm like, look, there's 25-pound bags of old-fashioned oats, and there's wheat berries, and there's Bob Red Mill products, and there will be Greek yogurt. And I mean, you're in charge of buying your own food there. Yes, I still get the name brand Chobani yogurts or whatever when they have them, because I'm not in the mental space yet where I'm consistently making gallons and gallons of homemade yogurt like how I have for years and years and years. I started by making homemade yogurt in my slow cooker. I advanced to doing it in my Instant Pot. I love to do it, but I will also buy cases of yogurt at Sharp Shopper when they're 3 for $1, 2 for $1. It's okay, it's okay. We will also have community raised butternut squash and grass-fed beef. We're doing it. Alrighty, I'm gonna call it quits now. We're at a little over 18,000 steps. I'm gonna do probably 2 more sets of push-ups and do my ball pass again. I did that this morning, and I'll do 15 more before bed. That's it, all done. We're just laying down flat now. But I did get that 2-mile run in today too, so I'm glad. Whew, so we made the meals, we did the things, and now be sure to click the first link in the description below and join me this Saturday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time for my free YouTuber Success Masterclass, where I'm going to teach 5 key points to YouTube success, plus a ton of overall over 14 years experience of building an online business, multiple different income streams. There's a lot. It's one of my favorite topics, and I am so thankful for my hard work and grit and hustle over the years to develop a full-time income business that provides for me and my whole entire family through life's blessings, through unexpected hardships. Through it all, still the left contact has not been replaced, but I promise I will do that after this. Click that first link and sign up and join me Saturday for that masterclass free training experience. If you have ever dreamed of growing and developing your own online business, especially starting your own YouTube channel from scratch, I'm going to answer so many of your questions there and teach you all the good things. So join me this Saturday. Yay.